Hey guys, today's August the 12th of 2021, and I wanted to go over gold, GC, gold futures. I'm having a tough time trying to find gold data. So on my other chart, I'll be using the XAU uh, version of gold. So without further delay, let's get into it. As you can see, gold did some wild moves a couple of days ago. But I want to show you what the squeeze play was indicating. As you can see, the momentum was kind of dwindling on the monthly, on the weekly, same thing. And on the daily, you can see that a squeeze play started from July the 28th. And did the explosion, I call it as when you, I learned this from Ira Epstein, YouTube financial analyst. It's like you shake the soda, you buy a soda pop or whatever, Coke, Pepsi, and you shake the bottle. It's building pressure, and then when you crack it open, it explodes in that direction. And look what happened. There's a lot of commentators and chatter saying that it was a short squeeze. They took advantage of low liquidity, and I don't know if it's true or not. It doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of manipulation and a lot of wolves out there trying to get whatever they could get. So, the squeeze play was indicating that something was brewing, and I haven't seen my squeeze play chart, but once I popped it up and looked, I was like, yeah, there you go. And the explosion kicked in and hit the bottom, and people bought it up. So this is monthly, weekly, daily. Let's go into the levels that I wanted to show you. The point of control was 1782, and we missed that. That went right through there. As you can see, even if we get a little closer, you can see price action. Let's open it up a little more. Somewhere around right here. Got a sell something on the 5th. This thing just kept on the 9th. It got really wild. Value area low is at 1719. It went right through it. All the way down to like 16 and change. You're below the cloud. So that's bearish on the short term because this is a daily chart. If you look at the weekly, remember what I was telling you, that you got to be careful when you're trading in the cloud. Prices get so wild and volatile that it could give you a heart attack. Remember that video? You remember me saying that? This is the reason why when prices are in the cloud, you avoid it until prices either get out of the cloud on the weekly or stay below. Right now, they're below the weekly and the daily time frame. And if it stays there, then that's the time you probably want to short and continue shorting to the downside. That's when you want to probably put a position if you're a bear. If you're a bull, you got to wait till the price gets above the cloud. I had a level of 1835. A subscriber hit me up and said, hey, what do you think? Should we just go long? And I said, well, it didn't take out 1835. If it didn't take it out and you're not even out of the cloud, I wouldn't, getting any position, and you're failing the 50 SMA. You're having a tough time getting above it. Obviously, went the opposite direction. Now it's out of the cloud. Now it's even more bearish. You got 2 time frames telling you that you're making lower lows and lower highs. At the bottom of the channel, regression channel, so it's support. The pivot, Woody's pivot. And you got value area low, which is 1741 as possible support. And you got sell signals. You had a sell signal, and you haven't had a buy signal since June. And sell signal here. Short-term buy signal here. Sell signal right there. So I'm on the sidelines on that. Let's go into the bigger chart. I want to show you some stuff. In regards to the annual cycle, you can see that there was a dip coming in. Now, is the price action going to continue projecting higher? That remains to be seen. I just wanted to show you what the solar cycle is indicating, that there's a bottom in the 18 and it goes up. But just because it's going up here doesn't mean you're going to go long. There's a lot of things involved in that. Risk management, and right now the prices are weak. You're below the cloud on 2 time frames, and there's a lot of resistance up there. So it'll be wise to maybe watch, and at least, if anything, at least take 835 out. And if you're really conservative, at least take out 1910 and then, get in. But at least try to get out, try to take out 1835. But if you can't take that out, and then we retest this and then push lower, then the bears are in control. Spectrum analysis. I took, this chart has a lot of data. It goes all the way to, I have it going down to 1969. So I picked out the best spectrums that jumped out at me, and this is what I got in the composite. Where's your composite? There you go. The composite of those 4 cycles, you can see that the blue one, the red one are bottoming out right here, long-term cycles. And these are a little shorter term, the magenta, a little purple, and then the green one. Although they invert here, but most of the 3 important ones bottom out between July, August, and September. While this purple one is a little shorter time frame, it's fluctuating for what's going on right now. This is a composite, and it's showing a bottom here on the August. So that remains to be seen. Maybe this was the flush not to maybe continue going higher. But like I said, you got to take out 1835 and get out of the cloud. They can show you some conviction. I'm just saying, get that out. Harmonics, something in September 924 to keep an eye out all the way in the future. Turbo cycles was projecting, that it was going to probably go down while price action was going sideways, and then we got this hit. And now it's projecting higher, and then down, and then up. So that all remains to be seen, but I like to see it because it's just a quick analysis on turbo cycles and see what's happening. The Bradley model, there's a lot going on there, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Let's see, neural net. I ran neural net on this data, and what's showing is November 13th. It's funny because in the harmonic, you got somewhere around November 22nd, 23rd. Neural net is doing 9/12. That's the computer trying to figure out things also. So I use that as a co-pilot with me, as a helper. So I just kind of see these dates and kind of have them in the back of my mind. When we get closer, I look at price action, and if I see that there's a lot of volume coming in, especially if we continue pushing low into September, we'll see. But that's just speculation of mine. Turning points. So these are levels that I'm watching from the as a support from here on out. So you can see that right here. This was support 1678 using the turning point technique. This 1659, and then there's this big gap right here of anywhere between 1613, 1609. And then you got another support right here, 1529, and one all the way down here, 1439. Just putting it out there just in case this thing goes down. I want to see if any of these levels hold. Now, if things go up from here, where's all the resistance? As you can see, we could get a little closer. Doesn't look good when I do that. Let's get it over here. Open it up a little bit. Let's go this way. There we go. So right here, 1751 is resistance. You got right here, 1771, 1791, and this big level right here. And that's what I'm saying. If you could get above here at 1835 all the way to 1822, then you just got this hump and these two humps right here. And then you got to retest the high, because it hasn't retested the high yet. So if this is going to be the flush not to go up, once you clear here, it's going straight up here. At least test it, 2073-ish. Let's look at other data points just to kind of know where we at. On the monthly, very negative. Very, very negative. On the weekly, this is where we're at right now. Kind of green now, but who knows what's going to happen. You got a double bottom on the RSI, double bottom here. There's going to be a lot of stops below here if things get ugly. Fourier, I want to show you something about Fourier. What's interesting, that it's just an amazing tool if you could just get your mind to use it right. With the projections and the crossovers of the harmonics or overtones, however you want to call it. When the and you can't be really hugging prices when you use this. You just kind of give it a little big distance, and this is a big distance. You can see that when it does these little crossovers on, and not all of them work, but some of them, you get these big moves that happen. You know, while the projection line was already pointing down, like all the other cycles I was showing you, now they're starting to point up. But looking at the crossovers, you could pick up some signals if you got a keen eye to it. And I just been trying to get my mind behind it. Let's move it up to here. So let's say this is starting to develop and this is all happening right here. What you would do is you will wait for one of the crossovers, and the settings I have is the harmonic of 3, because I believe in the 369. So right there, there's a crossover, and this is all in the future. So if we were here, none of this has changed. This is all the vibrations and the vibrating the mathematics of the Fourier instrument that I have. And right here, something was going to happen. I look at it as something into the future. I don't know what. And look, you got this big, massive thing. And nothing's happened. There was no crossovers until it came here. And then this event happened from here. Once you start getting closer, it doesn't really work that well. This is one from right here. And this is actually using closing prices, I think, or either the 50-50. So you see you got a crossover here. Look, an explosion to the upside. No crossovers. You got a crossover here. Well, it's already really selling off. Crossover here. Nothing really happening. See? So it doesn't really do much. It's not like it's always doing something, but if it gives you a signal and nothing happens, then it's a dud. Look, there's one right there. Nothing happened. There was one right there. You got this big pop. Projection lines also work. It kind of gives you the direction where possibly things could be going, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way either. You got the little crossover right here, which lines up when I move this one up here on this swing high. There was a crossover right here. So if you want to test this out, there's a crossover coming out 8/17, and then the next one will be on 9/6. If you want to test this out with me, using this swing pivot low. 17. And if it's on a Saturday or Sunday, just try to get it closer to a trading day. 9/6. I don't know what those days are. 9/6 is a Monday. 18, 17, 18 is Tuesday, Wednesday. We move this one over here. So the next crossover will be somewhere around here. September 2nd, Thursday, around there. And see what happened. And then way into the future, October 2nd, that's a Saturday. So maybe the first Friday. Just putting out there so you can just see how this indicator works and see what happens. The pitchfork, wanted to show you that. I don't know what happened here. Here we go. As you can see, we hit the 50% on the pitchfork, and now we're finding resistance. So that's the 25, 50, 75, 100. We're finding resistance right there. If we add the pitchfork and add 50% adjustment, where is it at? Here it is. Computer's very slow today. Maybe not. A lot going on. Now it's getting stuck. Okay, so right here, check something out. Oh, actually, because I get it at the wrong point. I normally use these right here. There you go. So you can see that right here, it hit the 75. Let's see. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. Typically, I would use the 50. I don't adjust it, and it hit 50 on the midpoint. On the fib expansion level, get this out of the way, you can see that we hit the bottom right there at the 1671, 61.8% Fibonacci level right here. So I'm anchoring from here, here, and here. And now we're heading to our 1764 if we could get up there. And right here is the midpoint, 50%, 1717. You can see that it was a lot of battling there, trying to hold that. And now 1822 is at 23.6. So these are key levels on Fibonacci level. And in regards to time on Fib, 829 will be the next day coming up. And then on advance, resistance support, these are key levels. I don't know what happened here. And that's because I haven't been locking these. Maybe that's why that's doing that. Anyway, maybe that's all. It's getting all messed up here. Let me get rid of this one. Let's actually lock this right here. There we go. This is what I originally intended to do. Okay, so these are levels. Yeah, my computer is really wacky out. So this is the levels I'm watching also. 1628, 1564, and all these levels right here. Advanced, support, and resistance. 1772 will be your next level. And if we get up there, and if we can't get up there to the downside, 1628 all the way to 1564. So in conclusion, get all this out. I am on the sidelines. I've been on the sidelines since gold. I mean, I did buy when I bought here. Actually, no, it was over here. That double bottom. And now we're here. And it's chopping around. And now we can't get above 1835. So I'm on the sidelines waiting to see if we could regain and get to 1835 and get out of the cloud on the daily and on the weekly. If we can't, and we take out 1670, 1680-ish around there, and we push lower, I'm going to go short. But right now, it's still fluctuating. It's still in the range, trying to figure out what it wants to do. But if it takes this master support here, we're going lower. In the meantime, I'll just keep watching it and make videos on it and just tell you what my thoughts are. But a lot of the cycles are pointing up. So another thing is that if gold takes out 1835, I might nibble and get along. If it takes out 1916, I'm definitely going long. This right here, this level, I'm sure is going to get tested, and if it's going to push higher, it wants to retest 2070-ish. I'm going to sign out, and plus you got a double bottom on the RSI, even though the RSI didn't do like a divergence because it was a massive sell-off, but it would have been nice to see that. But let's see what happens. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on gold using double EGAN, price and time, technical analysis.